All right, moving on. We're back to this same type of scenario again, but this time I've made the mistake of not keeping my hands up and trying to control this space. So this sort of space here is really sort of like it's a reactionary zone, and it means, you know, everything that's going to happen from here is determined by what I do or what this other individual will do. So when I put my hands down, what I've done now, I've shifted the sort of power balance back to this man, because now he's got an open attack towards wherever he wants to go. So you find then that you get common things like grabs and holds begin to appear simply because he feels that. So from this situation with my hands down, you might suddenly get like that grab onto the shirt front here, pulling you in. So normally, again, this will pull you in and there's going to be some sort of verbal warning here. Maybe this guy's going to tell you he's going to smash your face in. He might already be wielding that fist ready to do this for you. So what you've got to remember is that if the guy does grab me and my hands are down, I'm always going to work off this flinch reflex response because I didn't see this coming. So I'm engaged in some conversation and then suddenly, bang, he's grabbed me. There's always going to be that flinch reflex. Now, the good thing about this is that your hands come up. 9 times out of 10, your hands will come up into play here simply because of the feeling of threat that I'm under. Straight away, the same thing will apply. I'm just going to come straight, smash down the middle, and throw something out to break up anything that he's going to do here. If I delay this, if I go into that freeze syndrome we spoke about, then I'm not going to be able to do anything. So being aware, if you keep your hands down, you're opening up these sort of floodgates for this man to come in and grab hold of me. My hands must already be up. Then I'm going straight to the source, smash down the middle. Okay, I don't want to deal with the hand. The hand's not the threat for me. Sometimes you see, you might find somebody trying to control somebody and bring them down to the floor. Now, in the world of like policing, law enforcement, or security, you might have to restrain and control somebody because that's what the job dictates. In self-defense out on the street, you're not bound by those rules. What you need to do is go straight to the source of the attack and hit him. So I don't want to get involved in anything complicated down here. As soon as I put my attention onto his arm, he's going to start bashing me or maybe stabbing me. So the threat is the guy himself, not the grab. Unless you've just bought yourself a £500 shirt, you're not really going to be worried about that, are you? You're just going to go straight to this guy. So as soon as he grabs me, I'm going to come straight down the middle and nullify that attack straight away. If he's still hanging on, you just recock your hand again and drive through and keep your techniques going. Okay, bang, and get out of there. Now keep it simple and you've got a good chance of it working. Okay, so we look at the game, my hands are down, he's grabbed, my flinch reflex, the hands are up, smash straight down the middle. Whether it be the palm heel, arcane, and then through if you need to chamber those strikes together to follow it up. I'm also maybe dealing with like the double grip on the shirt front here. The danger from here is being headbutted, being pulled into the headbutt. My flinch reflex response is my hands are straight up. So if he's coming through the headbutt, boom, I'm going to go straight back and attack. This time I drove the thumbs through into the eyes. Okay. As soon as he grabs, my hands are up. That protects me from whatever he's going to throw. Here. If he doesn't throw, but he's threatening me, then I'm open to all the things that we practiced today. You can see how they start coming together. And we want to keep returning to these tried and tested techniques all the time. So these are what I call high percentage finishers. They're things that have been proven in combat before, and they keep having success. Okay, so we need to go with the things that we really believe in. Once more, we're grabbed and I'm up. There's the flinch reflex. Then bang, in comes the elbow. Could be the palm slap, could be the headbutt, could be the knee. Okay. So I prefer to work behind the concept of what we're doing rather than saying this is the technique you should do to this response, because I don't know exactly how this is going to happen. Maybe the guy might pull me in, he might hold me in place. So what I've got to do is have a cluster of techniques there in my arsenal that I can unload on this man depending on what he's doing. Game with my hands down, we've got the threat of maybe being grabbed by the throat. Could be a single, could be a double, okay? We deal with a single, that's straight through the middle. He's gonna grab, flinch reflex. This time, again, I can smash, come straight up the middle with a palm heel. Use those cluster of fingers and drive it down into the jugular notch, which is the indentation at the base of the throat. I just turn Jake round, and this is where we're aiming, at the bottom of the windpipe. There's the jugular notch, there's the finger thrust through and down into that target area. So it's accessible. As he grabs me, my hands come up and I drive in and down, opening up and getting away. Remember, my priority is to break the grip. Anything after that is up to me if I want to follow it up, if I want to escape. I need to get this hand off my neck. If somebody grabs you around the throat, it's just as dangerous as being stabbed with a knife or somebody pulling a gun on you. He's literally sort of took your life in his hands, so you must up your response when he does this. So you can't mess around. I start trying to pull the hand off, struggle, try to lock it up. I'm gradually being starved of oxygen, plus this guy has got his other hand to keep on firing through shots. So as he comes in, bang, up the middle and drive through. Opens up the attack and breaks the grip. Then I want to follow up, I can follow up and come down and do all the things that we practiced earlier on today, using that foot smash. If it's double hands, I can still come up the middle. If I'm switched on enough, I still do exactly the same technique. Push him away and open him up. Once he's opened up, again, he's vulnerable to low line kicking. Again, Jake, we're in, bang, and through. Pushing through, opening them up, releasing the grip, and then down to your low line stomp through the knee and finish the technique. If this guy gets a drop on me and he's going to sort of push me backwards, but this is a different scenario because I'm pushing here, but it's not happening for me because he's driving me back. As he does this, drives back, I'm going to come over the top of his arms, break the grip, and then set him up for the reverse elbow that we looked at earlier on today. Slowly, Jake. I take a step back to regain balance and I swing the arm over the top, turning my neck away to break the grip. Then we come back and strike. So this action is I call a bowling ball action. It's just like you're bowling a cricket ball. As he comes, that bowling action opens it up and breaks the grip. Now if I want to run, I can do that, but I'm in perfect position to fire back with the elbow strike and cut in with the knife hand if I need to do so. So when you keep your hands down, if you're going to be gripped, these are the major grips that you're going to encounter. You've got a single lapel, where we're going to fire straight back down the middle. We've got that double sort of shirt lapel grab, where we can bring up the double ear clap. We've got the single choke into the jugular notch. Got the double-handed strangle, where we do that bowling ball action over the top, and then drive back through again. Okay. Now beyond here, if the guy doesn't throw any of the other strikes that we spoke about, so we had like the overhand punch, we had the knife stab, we had a potential tackle, then it's going to go up close so that both your bodies will clash and you end up sort of grappling around. So now we need to know how to fight in close if somebody is trying to wrestle with you, and give yourself an advantage so that you can open him up again and come back out either to escape or follow up with one of your impact strikes. So the next rapid response is to be dealing with close quarter upright wrestling or grappling and we're going to look at some nasty little bits and pieces, some little techniques you may not have seen before, and these are little fight finishers that will certainly give you the advantage and get you back on top of the situation.